xContextx here, bringing you another video. The gameplay you guys will be watching is the game I just played right before the shooting of this video, and it's just a Nuketown hardpoint on Chaos Mosh Pit. I go like 90 and 15 or so, so it's perfect gameplay for the theme of this video, or the topic, which is going to be how to win more gunfights in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, especially in competitive. So it's going to be broken down into two sections. It's going to be how to win more individual gunfights, and then there will be how to beat better teams, and as in teams that right now you're just not beating. So you ever wonder why you're not winning as many gunfights as you think you should, or want to be able to win more of your gunfights, especially those 50-50 ones? Well, I'm going to give you guys a few tips that will hopefully help you out a little bit. Alright, so tip 1, especially in this game, guys, you just gotta be delusionally confident sometimes. While watching this gameplay, you guys will see exactly what I mean. I'm using a submachine gun and I'm challenging kids off head glitches from across the map. Now, I'm not saying do this all the time, because that will get you world started, but if you're overconfident in S&D or hardpoint or uplink, sometimes you get that 2 or 3 piece where if you would have played it passively, you only get 1 kill. So take that extra mile. If you're sitting behind a corner and you know someone's nearby, slide across and kill them. The more confidence you have in your own gun skill, the better it's going to be for you and your team. If you guys are all challenging everything and continuously putting pressure on the other team, they'll start to crack. You'll win a lot of gunfights. Second, this is going to be more for if you're playing extremely good teams. Just play it smart. You don't always have to challenge everything, which is one of the things you can do, but you don't always want to play it a mid-tempo. You either want to be really aggressive or play it back. Play spots you think they're not going to check if you're playing S&D, or hold a different position than the typical anchor if you're playing hardpoint. Just stuff like that will give you the split-second edge of them checking one place before they challenge you in a gunfight, and you'll be able to get the first couple shots off. Next, aim for the chest, especially for submachine gun players. AR players have a little leeway on that, and they can aim for the head and sometimes get a one burst with, say, your M8 or your XR2. But sub players, Vesper and VMPs, definitely aim for the chest. If you get into a gunfight, the flinch will hit your gun up and you'll get headshots. So it's definitely worth doing it that way instead of going for the head and then you get flinch and then you miss shots. Oh, use your movement. Always take advantage of your movement in this game. If you're not a master of the G-slide, I'll probably do a G-slide video soon for all those who want to learn how to do that. But your wall running, practice being able to shoot while wall running. It definitely does help on some maps. Practice your sliding and just hitting your shot while you're thrusting around the map, because it really does come in clutch. And that covers the couple things that you can do to just help your gun skill. Definitely practice. Before I play matches, I jump into free-for-alls or chaos mosh pits like this, and I sprint around the map with a sub if I'm going to be using a sub. So if the map is evac hardpoint that we're scheduled to play, I'll use a Vesper and just sprint around the map. And if it's a more AR heavy map, then I'll use an AR. Just always warm yourself up when you in a bunch of engagements. Like when you play Nuketown, you're probably getting 100 engagements a game, so really good practice right before a match. Keeps you warm, keeps your gun skill crisp. Alright, so that covers that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be how to beat better teams. For all those that are playing UMGs right now, or they're scrimming against their friends and they can never quite beat their team, but they get extremely close to winning, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to beat guys that you feel are out of your league right now. So until you get more practice or just get a little bit better and confident in the game, there's going to be some teams that you just can't beat, even if you play them over and over again, whether it's by a few points or by a lot of points. So here are some tips that you can use to your advantage. If you're playing them in hardpoint, use things that are going to throw them off. Example, if their AR is super dominant, use smokes to cut off his lanes of sight and use 4 subs to rush him. If you know they're not using tac, spam the hell out of your flash bangs and concussions. Whatever you have to do to disrupt their AR player in a respawn is definitely the best bet. If you're playing a pick and ban system, then pick and ban whatever stuff needs to be banned to make their team play less. Don't worry about protecting the stuff that'll make you play better unless you really need it. If you're really dependent on 1 or 2 items, make sure you protect those, but try to get better with everything so that doesn't have to be the case. What else? Oh, streaks. Take advantage of your streaks. If you're not getting the Hellstorm and Lightnings and Cerberuses when you're playing hardpoint, have everyone on your team run an RCXD. You'll get confidence that you're using a streak, and it's still gonna work, especially in game types like hardpoint. S&D should always run regardless. Oh yeah, I'm using a Nomad here, guys, just because it's the last specialist I have to use before I can get the heroic specialist items. And you guys see my diamond Vesper over there. I have diamond subs, ARs, snipers. 2 of the LMGs are gold. 2 of my shotguns are gold. So I'm almost got all my primaries diamond, so then I can just start working on secondaries for Dark Matter. I don't play a lot of pubs much anymore since I'm always playing competitive, but you guys know I'll get there eventually. So back to the topic of beating better teams. Throw them off with whatever you need to do in game. Use pick and bans to your advantage. Let me give an example of that. If you're playing an AR player that's a really dominant force, like we discussed earlier, then ban attachments he likes to use on his AR. If you're playing someone and you ban, let's say you're banning, use a stock on his M8, which is something that everyone does. Take off stock one game, and then the next game leave it on. If you disrupt his timing and movement with his gun, then you'll see the dramatic difference in how he plays one map to another. Same whereas he uses, if you know his reflex all the time, ban reflex and make him use ELO. And stuff like that. With sub players, if you're playing CWO, try to ban the Vesper and the VMP if they're really good at the VMP, and just try to outbeat them with, or beat them with Kudas. A lot of amateur teams do that to pro teams and it actually works, so they end up being lords of Kudas. So yeah. What else? For uplink, just practice your throws really. If you're hitting throws in a whole bunch of different spots and your team pushing everything, it's really going to help you out against good teams, which leads into the next point. Always communicate, always call out, never bitch in game. If you guys want to argue about something because your teammate didn't watch your back, please save that for after the game. If you guys only talk communication in game, you're going to see a drastic change in how your team plays, and you guys will win way more often, so you won't have to get all pissed off all the time. But yeah. And what else can I say? CTF, hit everything with 4 people. And what I mean by that is you can have a guy playing base defense, but definitely when you're hitting stuff, either play kills scattered across the map and hope everyone gets a kill, or just 3 hit one lane and overpower that lane. I'd rather pull the flag and be in a stalemate where I have numbers than have all my teammates get a kill across the board, but then the other team does the same thing to us and they counter pull. So really just up to what your team wants to do there. So that's about it with those 2 things, guys. My next videos that are going to be coming out later today will be a how to anchor on Breach and Fringe, since those are the 2 heavy AR maps for Hardpoint and the esports rotation right now. There'll be a how to anchor on Breach and Fringe, and then I'll do S&D God spots and strats on Infection S&D and Fringe S&D, or maybe I'll do Infection and another map. I'll decide later.
Hostiles have destroyed your tower.
But yeah, so I'll be bringing you guys those 2 videos on request, and then later tonight I might do a class setup video for my classes on S&D and Respawn. So yeah, hope you guys are gonna be looking forward to that. Thanks for all the support I've been getting so far. My Twitch viewers were at around 10 or 15 last night in that area, so it's improvement. And I think I'm just gonna let this video play out. I'll show you guys my stat line right now. I'm 78 and 10, 13 defends, because I'm a lord. And yeah, thanks for that, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your feedback on the comments. And Context signing out.
Hostile UAV spotted. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is ours.
squads down.
Hostile care package overhead.
Body drop. Spectre wasted.
Be advised. Hostile rolling thunder inbound. Hardpoint engaged. Good job, CDP. Mission reassignments inbound.
Crush the opposition.